Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's DMV Permit Practice Test 2026 practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. When driving in heavy traffic, you should: Option A, use hands-free cellular devices. Option B, use your cell phone for texting instead of calling. Option C, not use your cell phone. Option D, turn up the ringer on your cell phone. The correct answer is option C, not use your cell phone. Explanation: areas with heavy traffic, road construction, large numbers of pedestrians, or severe weather demand extra attention from a driver. The driver should avoid all possible distractions while in such areas, including cell phone use. Question 2. Drivers entering an intersection to turn left. Option A, can wait in the intersection until they can turn left. Option B, can wait in the intersection until the light turns yellow before turning left. Option C, must wait for the green arrow before turning left. Option D, must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop. The correct answer is option D, must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop. Explanation: drivers must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop. When turning left, you should wait until oncoming traffic and pedestrians clear so you are not blocking the intersection when the light turns red. Question 3. You can practice driving with a valid learner permit. Option A, between 12:01 a.m. and 5 a.m. Option B, between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Option C, between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. Option D, anytime. The correct answer is option C, between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. Explanation: a person with a valid learner permit may not drive between 11 o'clock p.m. and 5 o'clock a.m. Question 4. When traffic lights are horizontal, the green light is: Option A, on the right. Option B, in the middle. Option C, on the left. Option D, on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A, on the right. Explanation: in some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 5. When inspecting the exhaust system for defects, which of the following should be fixed? Option A, missing mounting brackets or clamps. Option B, a broken exhaust pipe, muffler, or tailpipe. Option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Explanation: exhaust system defects can be extremely serious because they may make it possible for poisonous fumes to enter into the cab or sleeper berth. Issues to check for in a pre-trip inspection include loose, broken, or missing exhaust pipes, mufflers, tailpipes, vertical stacks, mounting brackets, clamps, bolts, or nuts, exhaust system parts that are rubbing against fuel system parts, tires, or other moving parts of the vehicle, and exhaust system parts that are leaking. Question 6. A good rule to remember for passing is: Option A, pass on the right whenever possible. Option B, drive with the flow of traffic and pass only as needed. Option C, try to get to the front of any slow-moving traffic so that you can see better. Option D, always flash your lights and sound your horn to alert other drivers to your intentions. The correct answer is option B, drive with the flow of traffic and pass only as needed. Explanation: each time you pass another vehicle, there is an increased chance for a collision. If you are moving faster than surrounding traffic, you will have to continue passing others. Drive with the flow of traffic, within the legal speed limit, and pass only as needed. Question 7. If you need to slow down while turning, you should: Option A, apply the rear brake and lean farther into the turn. Option B, never apply the brakes. Option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Option D, apply the rear brake only. The correct answer is option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Explanation: if you must brake while turning, it is possible to use both brakes safely. Use great care when doing this. Question 8. Passive railroad crossings. Option A. Have control devices. Option B. Do not have control devices. Option C. Should be avoided. Option D. Usually have a flighter directing traffic. The correct answer is option A. Have controlled devices. Explanation. Passive railroad crossings are not controlled by any traffic control devices. At such crossings, it is entirely a driver's responsibility to determine when it is safe to cross the tracks. Question 9. Signs indicating areas of public recreation are Option A. Orange. Option B. Red. Option C. Green. Option D. Brown. The correct answer is option D. Brown. Explanation. Signs that are brown indicate areas of cultural and historical significance or of public recreation. They can be a helpful resource when traveling in unfamiliar locations. Question 10. In a parking space reserved for people with disabilities, a driver with no disabled person on board, option A, may park in an emergency. Option B, may not park, but may stop in an emergency. Option C, may not park or stop, but may stand in an emergency. Option D, may not park, stop, or stand. The correct answer is option D, may not park, stop, or stand. Explanation. It is illegal to stop, stand, or park in a space reserved for disabled persons unless the vehicle has plates or permit for such spaces and the person who is named on the plates or permit is in the vehicle. Question 11. When driving on roads that may be slippery, option A, always drive at the maximum speed limit. Option B, use cruise control to maintain a steady speed. Option C, reduce your following distance. Option D, do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. The correct answer is option D. Do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. Explanation. You should avoid making any sudden changes in speed or direction when driving on a slippery surface. Reduce your speed on slippery roads and do not use cruise control. Question 12. How do you check your blind spots? Option A, by looking in your side mirrors. Option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Option C, by looking in your rearview mirror. Option D, by staring straight ahead. The correct answer is option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Explanation. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle that you cannot see with your mirrors. Check your blind spots by turning your head and looking over your shoulder. Question 13. What does this hand signal mean? Option A, slow or stop. Option B, left turn. Option C, right turn. Option D, backing up. The correct answer is option C, right turn. Explanation. Instead of or in addition to mechanical turn signals, operators may use hand signals to indicate turns or stops. If an operator's left arm is bent at the elbow and pointing upward, it means the operator plans to turn right or change lanes to the right. Question 14. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, once air pressure is lost and the spring brakes come on, option A, you will be unable to move the vehicle. Option B, a separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Option C, you can use the spring brakes to continue driving normally. Option D, the air tanks will automatically refill to a safe air pressure level. The correct answer is option B. A separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Explanation. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, there is a separate air tank that can be used to temporarily release the spring brakes if they have been activated due to low air pressure. Pushing in the proper control will release the spring brakes for a short period of time, allowing the driver to move the vehicle in an emergency. Question 15. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A, a red flag. Option B, a yellow reflector. Option C, a red light. Option D, a white flashing light. The correct answer is option C, a red light. Explanation. At night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 16. If your brakes fail while you are driving, you you should first, Option A, switch to a higher gear and press the gas pedal. Option B, switch to neutral and coast. Option C, switch to a lower gear and pump your brakes. Option D, turn off the ignition. The correct answer is option C. Switch to a lower gear and pump your brakes. Explanation. If your brakes fail while you are on the road, your first response should be to switch into a lower gear and begin to pump your brake pedal to build up pressure to stop your vehicle. Find a safe place to stop the vehicle and do not drive it again until the brakes have been fixed. Question 17. When you are being tailgated, option A, move over to the right if there is an open lane to your right. Option B, if there is not an open lane to your right, wait until the way is clear ahead and reduce your speed slowly to encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Option C, never slow down abruptly. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, never slow down abruptly. Explanation. If you are being tailgated by another driver and there's a right lane, move over to the right. If there's no right lane, wait until the road ahead is clear and then reduce your speed slowly. This will encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Never slow down abruptly as this will only increase the risk of your vehicle being hit from behind. Question 18. A diamond-shaped sign. Option A, warns of existing or possible hazards. Option B, alerts drivers to school zones. Option C, alerts drivers to public recreation areas. Option D, alerts drivers to upcoming food and gas locations. The correct answer is option A, warns of existing or possible hazards. Explanation. Diamond-shaped signs warn drivers of existing or potential driving hazards. You will usually see these signs in yellow or orange. Question 19. An in-school zone sign indicates option A, that the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Option B, the beginning of a reduced speed zone. Option C, the increased possibility of encountering pedestrians. Option D, the end of a reduced speed zone. The correct answer is option D, the end of a reduced speed zone. Explanation. Do not exceed the school zone speed limit during indicated times. The end of a reduced speed school zone will be indicated by an end school zone regulatory sign. Question 20. If traffic prevents you from crossing all the way across a set of railroad tracks, you may proceed only when option A, an approaching train is not moving fast enough to be a danger. Option B, there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side. Option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Option D, no trains are in sight. The correct answer is option C. At least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Explanation. You must not, under any circumstances, attempt to cross railroad tracks unless you are certain that your entire vehicle will clear all of the tracks. If other traffic prevents you from going fully across, wait and cross only when there is room. Question 21. If a trailer begins to skid, the driver should option A, lock the brakes. Option B, release the brakes. Option C, steer in the opposite direction. Option D, accelerate. The correct answer is option B, release the brakes. Explanation. If your trailer starts to skid while you are braking, you should release the brakes and allow them to begin to regain traction. Once its wheels have regained their grip on the road, the trailer will begin to straighten out and follow the tractor. Question 22. At an uncontrolled intersection, you must option A, take the right of way cautiously. Option B, wait for other drivers to signal for you to go. Option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Option D, speed up and clear the intersection quickly. The correct answer is option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Explanation. At an intersection where there is no stop sign, yield sign, or traffic signal, drivers must yield to vehicles in the intersection and to those which arrive first. Question 23. When traveling down a steep downgrade, option A, the air brake should be used. Option B, shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C, the vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D, the vehicle should be driven on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B. Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Explanation. On a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 24. Roads become very slippery. Option A. When it has been raining for an hour or more. Option B. The day after it rains. Option C. For the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Option D. Right after the rain has stopped. The correct answer is option C. For the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Explanation. Pavement can become very slippery within the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm because the rain causes oil in the asphalt to rise to the surface of the road. This problem becomes even worse in hot weather. The heat combined with the water causes more oil to rise to the road surface. Question 25. When traveling behind a motorcycle, option A, allow a following distance of at least 2 car lengths. Option B, allow at least 2 seconds of following distance. Option C, allow at least 4 seconds of following distance. Option D, allow a following distance of at least 4 motorcycle lengths. The correct answer is option B. Allow at least 2 seconds of following distance. Explanation. On dry pavement, 4 seconds of space is generally a safe following distance to allow between you and the vehicle ahead. You should always allow plenty of space when following a motorcycle. Question 26. If two drivers arrive at the same time to a four-way intersection controlled by stop signs, option A, the driver on the right has the right-of-way. Option B, the driver on the left has the right-of-way. Option C, one driver may continue driving without stopping. Option D, one driver should honk to indicate that they are giving up the right-of-way. The correct answer is option A. The driver on the right has the right-of-way. Explanation. Yield the right-of-way to the driver on your right at a four-way intersection if you both arrive to the intersection at the same time. You may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 27. What are the consequences of driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs? Option A. Possible imprisonment. Option B. A mandatory fine. Option C. Driver license revocation. Option D. All of these choices. The correct answer is option C. Driver license revocation. Explanation. Driving under the influence can be punished by a fine, jail sentence, and / or suspension or revocation of your license. Question 28. A motorist approaching a bicyclist should, option A, speed up to pass them. Option B, proceed as usual. Option C, swerve into the opposite lane. Option D, exercise extreme caution. The correct answer is option A, speed up to pass them. Explanation. Drivers should reduce their speed as they pass bicyclists, as air movement from a passing vehicle can easily affect a bicyclist's balance. Question 29. A driver can legally pass on the right side of another vehicle. Option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Option B, even if it means driving off the pavement. Option C, on a narrow bridge. Option D, at any time. The correct answer is option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Explanation. If there is an available passing lane, you may pass on the right of a vehicle or bicycle that is turning left or waiting to turn left. It is also legal to pass on the right when driving on a multi-lane road with 2 or more lanes traveling in the same direction. You may never drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the road to pass another vehicle. Question 30. When loading or unloading a tank that is divided by bulkheads, the person loading the tank should be mindful of option A, equal weight distribution. Option B, other vehicles. Option C, the placement of the nozzle. Option D, insects coming out of the tank. The correct answer is option A, equal weight distribution. Explanation. Some tanks are divided into multiple smaller tanks by bulkheads. When loading or unloading such tanks, pay attention to weight distribution. Be careful not to place too much weight on a single end of the tank. Question 31. The percentage of highway deaths caused by drunken persons is about option A, 10%. Option B, 25%. Option C, 38%. Option D, 67%. The correct answer is option C, 38%. Explanation. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 32. If parking near a fire hydrant, you may park no closer than blank from the fire hydrant. Option A, 15 feet. Option B, 10 feet. Option C, 5 feet. Option D, 1 foot. The correct answer is option B, 10 feet. Explanation. Some municipal ordinances do not allow you to park in certain areas. Drivers may not park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 33. The correct way to use a freeway exit ramp is to: Option A, slow down before entering the exit ramp. Option B, slow down once moving onto the exit ramp. Option C, keep your speed constant once in the exit ramp. Option D, pass slower traffic in the exit ramp. The correct answer is option A. Slow down before entering the exit ramp. Explanation. When using a freeway exit ramp, do not slow down until you move onto the exit ramp. Question 34. When you are driving on the freeway and see that a vehicle will be entering your lane from an entrance ramp, you should: Option A, speed up to pass them. Option B, honk your horn so they know you're there. Option C, change lanes or slow down to allow them room. Option D, ignore them because you have the right of way. The correct answer is option C, change lanes or slow down to allow them room. Explanation. Make room for vehicles entering the freeway. Whenever possible, change lanes to allow those entering traffic to do so smoothly and safely. If you cannot change lanes, adjust your speed. Question 35. When turning left, drivers must yield the right of way to: Option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Option B, oncoming traffic. Option C, pedestrians who are already in the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Explanation. When turning left, drivers must yield the right of way to oncoming traffic. Drivers must also always yield the right of way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and other drivers who are already in the intersection. Question 36. Drive below the posted speed limit when: Option A, you see a police car. Option B, driving on a highway where there are other cars. Option C, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option D, you are on a 4-lane road. The correct answer is option C, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation. It is dangerous to drive at a speed too fast for conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should adjust your speed in following distance. Question 37. Drivers should use headlights when: Option A, visibility is 400 feet or less. Option B, driving between sunset and sunrise. Option C, it is raining. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Visibility is 400 feet or less. Explanation. The law requires use of headlights from sunset to sunrise and when visibility is 400 feet or less. When it is raining, drivers should use their low beam headlights and windshield wipers. Question 38. Foundation brakes are used: Option A, only at the front wheels. Option B, only at the rear wheels. Option C, only at the driver's side wheels. Option D, at each wheel. The correct answer is option D, at each wheel. Explanation. Foundation brakes are used at each wheel. The most common type is the S-cam drum brake. Question 39. When two vehicles enter an intersection from different highways at the same time, which vehicle must yield the right of way? Option A, either one. Option B, the vehicle on the left. Option C, the vehicle on the right. Option D, neither. The correct answer is option C, the vehicle on the right. Explanation. At intersections that are controlled by signs or signals and at intersections that are uncontrolled, the driver on the left must yield the right of way to the driver on the right when two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time. Question 40. A good defensive driver. Option A, drives slowly at all times. Option B, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Option C, travels at a constant speed. Option D, only drives in familiar areas. The correct answer is option B, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Explanation. Even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving. A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems. Question 41. When carrying a sealed load, the driver, option A, should inspect the contents. Option B, should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Option C, must go through each container. Option D, should unseal the load to ensure safety. The correct answer is option B, should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Explanation. While a driver cannot inspect sealed loads, they can still ensure that the load does not exceed gross weight and axle weight limits. Question 42. To prevent hydroplaning, you should, option A, ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Option B, ensure that your tires are properly inflated. Option C, reduce your speed when driving in the rain. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Explanation. To prevent hydroplaning, you should ensure that the tires on your vehicle have good tread depth and are inflated to the proper pressure. Reduce the speed of your vehicle when driving in the rain. Hydroplaning occurs most frequently at higher speeds. Question 43. If two vehicles arrive to a four-way stop at the same time, option A, the vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Option B, the vehicle on the right must yield to the vehicle on the left. Option C, drivers must make hand motions to communicate with each other. Option D, one driver should proceed without stopping. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Explanation. In general, vehicles at a four-way stop should proceed in the order that they arrive. However, if two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the left must yield the right-of-way to the vehicle on the right. Question 44. When entering an expressway, you should, option A, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option C, assume other drivers will make space for your vehicle. Option D, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before entering the highway if no other vehicles are present. The correct answer is option B. Avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Explanation. Unless absolutely necessary, you should always avoid bringing your vehicle to a complete stop before entering a high-speed expressway. Enter the expressway and merge with other traffic as safely as possible. Question 45. When passing another vehicle, you should, option A, make eye contact with the driver. Option B, assume the driver doesn't see you. Option C, honk your horn. Option D, wait for the other driver to signal that it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Assume the driver doesn't see you. Explanation. Whenever you pass another driver, bicyclist, or pedestrian, you should assume as a precaution that they do not see you. Question 46. A shared center lane on a two-way road, option A, is reserved for making left turns. Option B, is reserved for U-turns where allowed. Option C, can be used by vehicles traveling in both directions. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, is reserved for making left turns. Explanation. Shared center lanes on two-way roads are reserved for making left turns as well as U-turns, where U-turns are permitted. Shared lanes may be used by vehicles traveling in both directions on the road. Question 47. If the rear of your vehicle starts to skid left, you should, option A, steer left. Option B, hit your brakes. Option C, accelerate. Option D, steer right. The correct answer is option A. Steer left. Explanation. If your vehicle starts to skid on a wet or icy road, look and steer in the direction you want to go. If the rear of your vehicle is skidding to the left, turn the wheel to the left. If the rear of your vehicle is skidding to the right, turn the wheel to the right. Question 48. To correct a drive wheel braking skid, a driver should do all of the following except option A, remove your foot from the brake pedal. Option B, turn quickly in the direction of the skid. Option C, Countersteer after the vehicle is back on course. Option D. Accelerate. The correct answer is option A. Remove your foot from the brake pedal. Explanation. To correct a drive wheel braking skid, you should first remove your foot from the brake pedal to allow the locked wheels to begin rolling again. Quickly steer in the direction you want to go, then countersteer to prevent your vehicle from skidding in the opposite direction. Question 49. Headlights must be used. Option A. After 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B. After 7 p.m. and before 6 a.m. Option C. After 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option D. From sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D. From sunset to sunrise. Explanation. Your vehicle's headlights must be activated between sunset and sunrise. Use headlights anytime you are driving under conditions that lower visibility. Question 50. Highway markings. Option A. Are usually not important. Option B. Are only found in construction zones. Option C. Provide information for drivers. Option D. Are usually red and blue in color. The correct answer is option C. Provide information for drivers. Explanation. Highway markings provide information for drivers. Markings help drivers correctly position their vehicles on roadways, inform drivers of safe passing zones, and warn drivers about upcoming conditions. Question 51. What is the only way to sober up after drinking? Option A. Take a cold shower. Option B. Exercise. Option C. Wait. Option D. Drink coffee. The correct answer is option A. Take a cold shower. Explanation. The liver removes alcohol from the body at a fixed rate that cannot be increased through tricks like drinking coffee or taking a cold shower. The only way to sober up after drinking is to wait for the alcohol to be removed from your system. Question 52. Drivers may not park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 40 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 15 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option C, 15 feet. Explanation. You should not park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 53. What is the maximum speed limit in residential and business areas where there are no posted speed limits? Option A, 15 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 45 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on residential and business streets is 25 miles per hour. Question 54. It is illegal to follow within blank of a fire truck that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation. You must not follow a fire truck responding to an emergency at a distance closer than 500 feet. You must not drive or park your vehicle within a block of where a fire truck has stopped to respond to an emergency. Question 55. Which of the following is not a good safety tip? Option A. Slow to a safe speed before turning. Option B. When turning, lean in the direction you wish to go. Option C. Avoid dragging your feet on the roadway. Option D. Avoid looking at other vehicles. The correct answer is option A. Slow to a safe speed before turning. Explanation. Slow to a safe speed before beginning a turn and lean in the direction of the turn. Don't drag your feet on the roadway, as you could lose control if they catch on something. Always scan the roadway for other traffic. Question 56. On long trips, you can prevent drowsiness by Option A. Turning on your car radio. Option B. Slowing down. Option C. Stopping at regular intervals for rest. Option D. Moving your eyes from side to side as you drive. The correct answer is option C. Stopping at regular intervals for rest. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on long trips, you should schedule regular stops. Give yourself time to rest and stretch, even if you are not feeling tired. Question 57. A traffic light displaying a green arrow and a red light means that Option A, you may only drive straight ahead. Option B, you may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Option C, you must wait for a solid green light to proceed in any direction. Option D, vehicles moving in any direction must stop. The correct answer is option B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Explanation. If a green arrow is shown with a red light, you can only drive in the direction of the arrow and only if the intersection is clear. Question 58. When approaching a curve in the road, drivers should: Option A, immediately accelerate. Option B, continue slowing down until they are driving straight again. Option C, slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Option D, slow down only if the road conditions are less than ideal. The correct answer is option C. Slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Explanation. Always slow down before reaching a curve and accelerate only after passing the middle of the curve. If you drive too fast, the tires will not be able to grip the road and your vehicle will skid. Question 59. At night, it is hardest to see. Option A, road signs. Option B, pedestrians. Option C, other motorists. Option D, street lights. The correct answer is option B, pedestrians. Explanation. Compared to signs and other roadside objects, pedestrians are hardest to see at night. Question 60. You may turn right on a solid red traffic light. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Explanation. You may turn right on a solid red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn. Yield to cross traffic and pedestrians. Question 61. You are making a left turn from a two-way street onto a one-way street. When you have completed the turn, your car should be: Option A, in the right lane of the street. Option B, in the center of the street. Option C, in the left lane of the street. Option D, in the lane with the least traffic. The correct answer is option C, in the left lane of the street. Explanation. If you are turning left from a two-way street onto a one-way street, you should complete the turn into the lane closest to the lane you have just left. Question 62. With a properly adjusted mirror, you can see: Option A, only the lane beside you. Option B, only the lane behind you. Option C, the lane behind you and part of the lane next to you. Option D, everything behind and to the side of your motorcycle. The correct answer is option A, only the lane beside you. Explanation. You should adjust your mirror so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. Properly adjusted mirrors are an important part of remaining aware of your surroundings while on the road. Question 63. You may drive across a dashed white line. Option A, at any time. Option B, only during daylight hours. Option C, when it is safe to change lanes. Option D, only when passing a motorcycle. The correct answer is option C, when it is safe to change lanes. Explanation. Traffic lanes moving in the same direction are separated by broken white lines. You may cross over dashed lines to pass if it is safe to do so. Question 64. Larger vehicles have: Option A, larger blind spots. Option B, smaller blind spots. Option C, no blind spots. Option D, the same blind spots as smaller vehicles. The correct answer is option A, larger blind spots. Explanation. The larger the vehicle, the larger the blind spots. Large trucks and SUVs have spots close to their rears that cannot be seen in their side or rear view mirrors. Question 65. Regulatory signs are usually blank and should always be obeyed. Option A, white. Option B, blue. Option C, green. Option D, orange. The correct answer is option A. White. Explanation. Regulatory signs regulate the movement of traffic. They are usually white with black markings and must always be obeyed by motorists. Question 66. When driving, you should look blank ahead of your vehicle. Option A, 1 minute. Option B, 45 seconds. Option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Explanation. Watch 15 to 20 seconds ahead of your vehicle for cars braking, turning, or entering and exiting the road. This helps to prevent sudden stops and turns. Question 67. Traffic fatalities in work zones are most commonly the result of option A, tire blowouts. Option B, hydroplaning due to water sprayed on the roadway. Option C, loss of steering control after driving over wet paint. Option D, carelessness and speeding. The correct answer is option D, carelessness and speeding. Explanation. Carelessness and speeding are the main causes of traffic-related fatalities in work zones. Question 68. Fluorescent pink signs are option A, speed limit signs. Option B, incident management signs. Option C, school zone signs. Option D, mile markers. The correct answer is option B, incident management signs. Explanation. Fluorescent pink is used as the background color for incident management signs. These signs are temporarily placed and indicate a non-permanent issue, such as a road closure due to a crash. Drivers should react accordingly when coming across one of these signs. Question 69. When approaching a steady green traffic light, drivers should option A, continue driving, unless there are vehicles or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C, treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D, come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A, continue driving, unless there are vehicles or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. When approaching an intersection with a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians and the crosswalk and vehicles still in the intersection. You may continue driving, but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes before you get there. Question 70. Reversible lanes are indicated by option A, double broken yellow lines. Option B, double solid white lines. Option C, double solid yellow lines. Option D, a single solid yellow line. The correct answer is option A, double broken yellow lines. Explanation. Some travel lanes are designed to carry traffic in one direction at certain times then in the opposite direction at other times. These lanes are separated by a barrier or marked by double broken yellow lines. Question 71. You come to an intersection displaying a flashing red light. You should, option A, come to a full stop and go when it is safe to do so. Option B, stop only if other cars are also approaching the intersection. Option C, stop only if other cars are already within the intersection. Option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The correct answer is option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Explanation. A flashing red traffic light has the same meaning as a stop sign. You must stop, yield the right of way, and go once it is safe. Question 72. Drive below the posted speed limit when option A, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option B, you see a police car. Option C, entering a highway where there are other cars. Option D, you are on a four-lane road. The correct answer is option A. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation. When the road is wet or slippery, when you cannot see well, or when anything else makes conditions less than perfect, drive below the posted speed limit. Even if you are driving within the posted speed limit, you can still be ticketed for driving too fast for conditions. Question 73. What does an anti-lock braking system ABS do? Option A. Allow the rear wheels to lock up. Option B. Allow all wheels to lock up. Option C. Help prevent wheel lockup. Option D. Alert other motorists when you are braking. The correct answer is option B. Allow all wheels to lock up. Explanation. The purpose of an anti-lock braking system ABS is to prevent a vehicle's wheels from locking up when the driver brakes hard on a slippery surface. Question 74. After starting the engine, oil pressure should reach a normal level. Option A, within a few seconds. Option B, after about a minute. Option C, after about 4 minutes. Option D, within 10 minutes of driving. The correct answer is option A, within a few seconds. Explanation: after you start the engine, keep an eye on the gauges. Oil pressure should rise to a normal level within a few seconds of the engine being started. Question 75. Passing is prohibited. Option A, on hills and curves. Option B, at intersections. Option C, at railroad crossings. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, on hills and curves. Explanation: locations where it is unlawful and unsafe to pass another vehicle include hills, curves, intersections, and railroad crossings. Question 76. When is it illegal to drive below the speed limit? Option A, when driving slowly disrupts the normal flow of traffic. Option B, when in heavy traffic in a construction zone. Option C, only when driving in rural areas. Option D, when driving under adverse weather conditions. The correct answer is option A, when driving slowly disrupts the normal flow of traffic. Explanation: it is illegal to drive so slowly that you disrupt the normal flow of traffic. You may receive a citation for driving too slowly. Question 77. Work zone signs mean: option A, it is summer. Option B, you must immediately stop and back up. Option C, less than ideal conditions are present for driving. Option D, you should drive faster to get out of the work zone. The correct answer is option D, you should drive faster to get out of the work zone. Explanation: work zone signs are orange and indicate that some type of work is being performed on or alongside the roadway. Be extremely careful when you see these signs. Question 78. Before you leave a parking space that is parallel to the curb, you should: option A, sound your horn. Option B, turn on your four-way flashers. Option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Option D, look for traffic by using only your inside rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Explanation: before leaving a parking space to pull back into traffic, you should turn your head to look over your shoulder and check through the window for pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcyclists, and other vehicles that can become a hazard. Question 79. A license will be suspended if a driver: option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Option B, drives 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option C, honks their horn in a residential area after midnight. Option D, does not turn off their high beam lights around another vehicle. The correct answer is option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Explanation: by operating a vehicle on Missouri roadways, a driver automatically consents to taking a chemical test to determine their blood alcohol concentration (BAC) when requested by an officer. If a driver refuses the test, their license will be suspended for 1 year. Question 80. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as: option A, 1 pint of whiskey. Option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Option C, a gallon of wine. Option D, a 6-pack of beer. The correct answer is option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation: a 5-ounce glass of wine 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 81. As alcohol builds up in your blood, it: option A, slows down your reactions. Option B, makes you feel less confident. Option C, begins to metabolize itself more quickly. Option D, decreases the number of driving errors. The correct answer is option B, makes you feel less confident. Explanation: as alcohol builds up in your system, it will slow your reactions, make you feel more confident, and cause you to make more errors. Question 82. A driver may park in a space reserved for people with disabilities if the vehicle displays the proper license plates. Option A, regardless of who is in the vehicle. Option B, and only if the driver is disabled. Option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Option D, and someone in the driver's immediate family is disabled. The correct answer is option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Explanation: to park in a space reserved for people with disabilities, the vehicle must be in operation to transport the disabled person named on the registration or permit. Question 83. When traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical, the red light is option A, on the right, option B, in the middle, option C, on the left, option D, on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A, on the right. Explanation: in some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 84. When approaching an uncontrolled intersection, a driver should: option A, maintain their speed and proceed. Option B, stop at the intersection, check in all directions, and proceed. Option C, yield to all other drivers. Option D, be prepared to yield. The correct answer is option C, yield to all other drivers. Explanation: at an intersection where there is no stop sign or traffic signal, you should yield to a vehicle approaching the intersection from the right. However, always be prepared to yield to avoid a crash. Do this by taking your foot off the accelerator, covering the brake, and looking left, right, and left again. Question 85. It is illegal to park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 25 feet. Option B, 15 feet. Option C, 30 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option B, 15 feet. Explanation: it is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 86. You will lose your license if you are convicted of option A, driving without a license. Option B, passing a stopped school bus. Option C, failing to yield the right of way. Option D, driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour. The correct answer is option C, failing to yield the right of way. Explanation: in certain cases, the DMV can suspend your license if you are convicted of driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour. Passing a stopped school bus, driving without a license, or failing to yield the right of way will incur points, which can lead to suspension of your license if enough total points are incurred. Question 87. An intersection has no traffic signs or signals. You arrive at the same time as the vehicle to your right. You should: option A, speed up and get through the intersection. Option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, drive into the intersection and make the other vehicle stop. Option D, honk your horn and drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Explanation: when two vehicles arrive to an uncontrolled intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the right of way. Once the vehicle on the right has safely passed through the intersection, the other driver may proceed. Question 88. Diamond symbols on pavement markings and signs indicate: option A, school zones. Option B, carpool lanes. Option C, construction areas. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option B, carpool lanes. Explanation: carpool lanes are restricted to vehicles with two or more occupants. They are marked by a diamond symbol or with carpool only signs. They are usually located on the far left side of a freeway and are separated from other traffic lanes by combinations of white or yellow lines. Question 89. You may not pass other vehicles within blank of a bridge, viaduct, or tunnel. Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 100 feet. Option C, 500 feet. Option D, 350 feet. The correct answer is option B, 100 feet. Explanation: drivers may not pass other vehicles within 100 feet of a bridge, viaduct, tunnel, railroad crossing, or intersection. Drivers should only pass where they may legally and safely do so. Question 90. Tar and road pavement often rises to the surface of the road in very hot weather. Spots where the tar bleeds, option A, are very slippery. Option B, offer the same amount of traction as the rest of the roadway. Option C, offer more traction than the rest of the roadway. Option D, will stop a vehicle. The correct answer is option A, are very slippery. Explanation. In very hot weather, watch for places where tar bleeds to the surface of the road. These areas are very slippery. Question 91. You are approaching a railroad crossing and you do not see or hear a train. You must stop. Option A, if a stop sign is posted. Option B, if the crossing gate is lowered. Option C, if the crossing lights are flashing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, if a stop sign is posted. Explanation. You must always stop before crossing railroad tracks if flashing red lights are activated, a crossing gate is lowered, a stop sign is posted, a flagger signals you to stop, or a train is visible or so close to the crossing that it would be hazardous to continue driving. If you are unsure if a train is too close for you to safely cross the tracks, stop. Never race a train. Question 92. On a highway, driver should signal blank before a turn. Option A, 500 feet. Option B, 300 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 50 feet. The correct answer is option of 500 feet. Explanation. When making a turn or lane change, be sure to alert other drivers to your intentions by using your turn signals. On the highway, you should signal at least 500 feet before the turn. Question 93. When dealing with pedestrians, a driver must, option A, make sure the pedestrian is aware of their vehicle. Option B, always yield the right of way, even if the pedestrian is in the wrong. Option C, yield the right of way only when the pedestrian is legally entitled to it. Option D, slow down and sound their horn near a crosswalk. The correct answer is option B. Always yield the right of way, even if the pedestrian is in the wrong. Explanation. You must do everything you can to prevent striking a pedestrian or another vehicle, regardless of the circumstances. It is the driver's basic responsibility to be alert to pedestrians and to yield the right of way to all pedestrians, even if the pedestrian is crossing the street where they should not be. Question 94. What is traction? Option A, friction between the tires and road. Option B, how quickly tires rotate. Option C, the length of time it takes to brake. Option D, a fuel stop. The correct answer is option A, friction between the tires and road. Explanation. Friction between the tires and the road is referred to as traction. Traction is necessary to steer or brake a vehicle. Question 95. When driving in fog, you should, option A, use the windshield wipers. Option B, use low beam headlights. Option C, use high beam headlights. Option D, use the air conditioning. The correct answer is option B, use low beam headlights. Explanation. If you must drive in fog, you should use your low beam headlights and fog lights, even during the daytime. Question 96. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and, option A, check your rearview mirror for cars tailgating. Option B, move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C, look right first, then left, then right again. Option D, look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation. When stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from that direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 97. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause. Option A, the service brakes to activate. Option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Option C, the rear trailer to detach from the combination. Option D, the suspension springs to extend. The correct answer is option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the trailer's braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause the tractor protection valve to open and the emergency trailer brakes to activate. Question 98. A properly adjusted flat mirror should allow the driver to see: Option A, the rear tires touching the ground. Option B, the front tires touching the ground. Option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Option D, the front bumper. The correct answer is option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Explanation: properly adjusted flat mirrors on a school bus should allow the driver to see 200 feet behind the bus, the base of each rear wheel, and the sides of the bus. Question 99. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A green arrow, option A, is used only on one-way streets. Option B has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option C means that you may proceed, but only if the green arrow is accompanied by a circular green light. Option D points the way to an airport. The correct answer is option B, has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Explanation: a green arrow has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic in the indicated lane must turn in the direction shown by the arrow. Question 100. Reversible lanes are usually marked with: Option A, single solid white lines. Option B, double dashed yellow lines. Option C, single dashed white lines. Option D, single solid yellow lines. The correct answer is option B, double dashed yellow lines. Explanation: some travel lanes are designed to carry traffic in one direction at certain times and in the opposite direction at other times. These lanes are usually marked by double dash yellow lines. Question 101. Which of the following is not another name for convex mirrors? Option A, fisheye mirrors. Option B, spot mirrors. Option C, bug-eye mirrors. Option D, flat-side mirrors. The correct answer is option C, bug-eye mirrors. Explanation: convex mirrors are also known as fisheye, spot, or bug-eye mirrors. Question 102. Drivers should check their mirrors approximately every: Option A, 10 seconds. Option B, 15 seconds. Option C, 30 seconds. Option D, 60 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 10 seconds. Explanation: about every 10 seconds, check your mirrors to see if any vehicle is following too closely. When checking your mirrors, do not take your eyes off the road for more than an instant. The vehicle in front of you could stop suddenly. Question 103. When exiting the interstate, drivers should begin to decelerate: Option A, as they turn on their blinker to enter the deceleration lane. Option B, when they realize they are nearing their exit. Option C, after turning into the deceleration lane. Option D, when nearing the end of the deceleration lane. The correct answer is option C, after turning into the deceleration lane. Explanation: when exiting the interstate, you must use the deceleration lane. This lane is designed to allow you to slow down before reaching the exit ramp without being a hazard to other vehicles on the freeway. Question 104. The trailer hand valve should be used: Option A, to accelerate in rural areas. Option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Option C, together with the brake pedal. Option D, on slippery surfaces. The correct answer is option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation: the trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Using it while a vehicle is in motion could cause a skid. Question 105. The height of a vehicle's center of gravity. Option A usually has no impact on the handling the vehicle. Option B plays a large role in a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Option C should not be a concern when loading the vehicle. Option D should only be a concern if there are lots of hills on the planned route. The correct answer is option B, plays a large role in a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Explanation: the height of a vehicle's center of gravity is very important to a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Always distribute the weight of cargo as low as possible. Question 106. In which of the following situations should you increase your following distance? Option A, traffic is light. Option B, traffic is heavy. Option C, you are able to see the roadway through vehicles in front of you. Option D, there is pleasant and clear weather. The correct answer is option B. Traffic is heavy. Explanation. While a 2-second following distance is generally adequate, you should increase your following distance anytime conditions would require a longer stopping distance, such as when the pavement is slippery due to poor weather conditions. Additionally, you should increase your following distance at night if you cannot see through the vehicle ahead and when traffic is heavy. Question 107. In the hazardous materials table, column 2 lists option A, the names of materials. Option B, where materials originate. Option C, special provisions for materials. Option D, materials manufacturers. The correct answer is option A, the names of materials. Explanation. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials. Question 108. Regarding winter driving, all of the following are true, except option A, front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Option B, tires should be slightly deflated. Option C, rear tires should have a tread depth of at least 2/32 an inch. Option D, use a gauge to verify that each tire has a safe tread depth. The correct answer is option A. Front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Explanation. When driving during the winter, it is particularly important that your tires have adequate tread. You need a tread depth of at least 4/32 of an inch in every major groove on the front tires, and at least 2/32 of an inch on the back tires. Check the tread depths by using a gauge. Question 109. As you enter an intersection, the traffic light turns yellow. You should, option A, stop and back up. Option B, accelerate. Option C, stop as quickly as possible. Option D, cautiously pass through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop and back up. Explanation. When a traffic light turns yellow, approaching drivers must slow down and stop. If you are already within the intersection, or are so close to the intersection that you cannot stop safely, you may proceed through the intersection with extreme caution. Question 110. When you need to stop in an emergency, you should, option A, lock the wheels and skid to a stop. Option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Option C, stop in a way that turns your vehicle. Option D, expect your vehicle to slow down more quickly than usual. The correct answer is option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the step braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle traveling in a straight line while still allowing you to turn, if necessary. Question 111. How often should drivers check their mirrors for traffic behind them? Option A, every 45 seconds. Option B, every 20 seconds. Option C, every 10 seconds. Option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. The correct answer is option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. Explanation. Check your mirrors for traffic behind you every 6 to 8 seconds. It is important to know if someone is following your vehicle too closely or coming up too fast. It is also important to know how much space you have behind your car. Question 112. If not otherwise prohibited by a sign, a driver stopped at a solid red traffic light may, option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Option B, never turn right. Option C, turn right at any time. Option D, turn right only after sounding their horn. The correct answer is option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. After stopping at an intersection with a solid red traffic light, you may turn right unless a sign prohibits such movement. You must yield to all pedestrians and all vehicles before making such a turn. Question 113. A single broken white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 114. In general, you should pass vehicles that are traveling in the same direction as you. Option A, on their right. Option B, on their left. Option C, only if the other driver signals that it is safe. Option D, whenever you have the opportunity to do so. The correct answer is option B, on their left. Explanation. In general, the left lane is used for passing. Only pass when it is safe and legal to do so. Question 115. When slowing for a normal stop, you should: Option A, use only the rear brake. Option B, use less throttle and apply only the front brake. Option C, shift down through the gears as you slow. Option D, pull in the clutch and coast. The correct answer is option C, shift down through the gears as you slow. Explanation. You should shift down through the gears with the clutch as you slow or stop. When braking, always use both brakes. Question 116. You should signal to turn blank before beginning your turn. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option C, 100 feet. Explanation. When you wish to change lanes or make a turn, signal to inform other motorists of your intention. Signals should be activated at least 100 feet before you make the turn. Continue signaling until you have completed the turn or lane change. Question 117. If your trailer begins to drift off course while you are backing, you should: Option A, continue trying to back up without stopping. Option B, turn the top of your steering wheel in the direction of the drift. Option C, turn the top of the steering wheel in the direction opposite of the drift. Option D, return the steering wheel to the 12 o'clock position. The correct answer is option B. Turn the top of your steering wheel in the direction of the drift. Explanation. If your trailer begins to drift while you are backing, you should correct the drift immediately by turning the top of the steering wheel in the direction of the drift. Question 118. It is illegal for a person 21 years of age or older to drive with a minimum blood alcohol concentration BAC of: Option A, 0.05%. Option B, 0.08%. Option C, 0.02%. Option D, 0.1%. The correct answer is option B, 0.08%. Explanation. For drivers age 21 or older, it is illegal to operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration BAC of 0.08% or higher. Driving while under the influence of alcohol is not only illegal, but dangerous. Question 119. Highway and expressway guide signs are: Option A, orange with black letters. Option B, green with white letters. Option C, yellow with black letters. Option D, red with white letters. The correct answer is option B, green with white letters. Explanation. Highway and expressway guide signs are green with white letters. Question 120. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option A, blue. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted blue, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Question 121. The risk of hydroplaning can be reduced by driving: Option A, through shallow water. Option B, more quickly. Option C, more slowly. Option D, through deep water. The correct answer is option C, more slowly. Explanation. Because hydroplaning is caused by driving too quickly in wet conditions, the risk of it happening can be reduced by driving more slowly. Question 122. When may you proceed through an intersection that has a stop sign but no stop line or crosswalk? Option A, after slowing down to verify that there is no cross traffic. Option B, after coming to a complete stop and verifying that it is safe to proceed. Option C, after you have stopped at least 20 feet prior to the intersection. Option D, after slowing down to a speed of 10 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, after coming to a complete stop and verifying that it is safe to proceed. Explanation: stop before the stop line or crosswalk at any intersection that is controlled by a stop sign. If there is a stop sign but no stop line or crosswalk, stop before entering the intersection and proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 123. Headlights must be used. Option A, whenever the driver is tired. Option B, between sunset and sunrise. Option C, only when the temperature drops below freezing. Option D, during the day under favorable weather conditions. The correct answer is option B, between sunset and sunrise. Explanation: drivers must use their headlights between sunset and sunrise. You should use lower headlight beams, not your bright lights, when approaching within 500 feet of or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 124. How should drivers use a shared center lane when traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions? Option A, to pass other vehicles. Option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Option C, as an additional travel lane when traffic is moving slowly. Option D, as a parking lane. The correct answer is option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Explanation: a driver may enter a shared center lane at a point on the roadway where their vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 125. Under normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: the more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to the movements of surrounding vehicles. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds under normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 126. Allowing a space cushion between your vehicle and its surroundings is important because it: Option A, prevents distractions from other vehicles. Option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Option C, keeps traffic flowing at a safe pace. Option D, keeps other drivers alert. The correct answer is option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Explanation: the only way to be sure you will have enough time to react to mistakes made by other drivers is to leave plenty of space between you and the vehicles around you. Question 127. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while you are driving? Option A, reach down and attempt to pull it up. Option B, shift to park. Option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Option D, turn the engine off. The correct answer is option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Explanation: if your accelerator sticks while you are driving, keep your eyes on the road. Quickly shift the vehicle into neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Pull off the road when it is safe to do so and turn off the engine. Question 128. When making a right turn at an intersection with a solid red light, you should: Option A, activate your turn signal and immediately turn. Option B, wait and turn right only after the light changes to green. Option C, come to a complete stop, yield the right of way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Option D, activate your hazard lights and turn right. The correct answer is option C, come to a complete stop, yield the right of way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Explanation: unless posted signs prohibit a turn, you may turn right on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two two-way streets. You may turn either right or left on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two one-way streets. You must stop and yield to all pedestrians and oncoming traffic before making one of these turns. Question 129. When driving to an unfamiliar area, you, option A, should depend on road signs to find your way. Option B, should plan your trip in advance. Option C, only have to know generally where your destination is. Option D, should always choose the most direct route. The correct answer is option B, should plan your trip in advance. Explanation. When driving to an unfamiliar area, plan your trip in advance. Don't start with only a hazy idea of where you are going. If your destination is in an unfamiliar area, check the location on a map before you start to drive. Question 130. Which of the following best ensures your safety and the safety of those around you when you are backing your vehicle? Option A, honk your horn right before shifting into reverse. Option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Option C, check your rearview mirrors to see what is behind you. Option D, turn up the car radio before backing up to get the attention of anyone who may be around you. The correct answer is option B. Check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Explanation. Backing requires extra caution because it is difficult for drivers to see behind their vehicles. Before entering a vehicle to back up, walk to the back of the vehicle to check for children and small objects. Question 131. If a traffic light is out of order, drivers should: Option A, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Option B, treat the intersection as a roundabout. Option C, drive without stopping but proceed with caution. Option D, assume they have the right of way. The correct answer is option A. Treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Explanation. If a traffic light is out of order, drivers should treat the intersection as a four-way stop. The driver who arrives at the intersection first has the right of way. Question 132. You must adjust your driving speed to accommodate for: Option A, existing road conditions. Option B, weather conditions. Option C, other traffic. Option D, all of these. The correct answer is option A, existing road conditions. Explanation. When driving conditions are less than ideal, a driver must decrease their driving speed. Conditions may become less than ideal due to the road surface, weather, time of day, road width, or traffic. Question 133. Crosswalks are: Option A, always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B, always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C, always a mark. Option D, either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C, always a mark. Explanation. Crosswalks exist whether they are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow any pedestrians to safely cross. Question 134. Under normal conditions, a minimum following distance of blank should be maintained. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 2 seconds. Explanation. Under normal conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 2 seconds. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 135. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that only short parking stops are permitted. Option A, yellow. Option B, blue. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option C, white. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted white, it indicates that only short stops are permitted. Question 136. What does a lane use control signal displaying a green arrow indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use the indicated lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. The correct answer is option D, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 137. A traffic signal showing a steady red light means Option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Option B, stop, look for danger, and then cross the intersection. Option C, slow down and yield to other traffic. Option D, quickly drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option A. Stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Explanation. A steady red traffic light means drivers must come to a complete stop. You must wait until the traffic light turns green and there is no crossing traffic before you move ahead. Question 138. When you are parallel parking, it is usually best to Option A. Give a right signal on the approach, drive past the space and stop, then back into the space. Option B. Park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Option C. Center your vehicle inside the space to give surrounding cars room to maneuver. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Explanation. When parallel parking, turn on your right signal and stop, pulling even with the car in front of where you want to park, then back into the space. Park within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Be sure to center your car in the space to allow surrounding vehicles room to maneuver. Question 139. It is against the law for anyone under the age of 21 to blank alcohol. Option A. Wear clothing advertising. Option B. Be in the presence of. Option C. Consume. Option D. Serve. The correct answer is option C. Consume. Explanation. It is against the law for anyone under 21 to buy or consume alcohol, have it in their possession, or have it in a vehicle that they are driving. Question 140. An arrow painted on the pavement means Option A. Drivers in the proper lane may make the movement indicated by the arrow if they choose to do so. Option B. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow, but only if traffic lights are not working. Option C. Drivers in the proper lane must always come to a complete stop before making the movement indicated by the arrow. Option D. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow while following directions indicated by traffic signals. The correct answer is option D. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow while following directions indicated by traffic signals. Explanation. An arrow painted on the pavement within a traffic lane indicates that drivers in the lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow. Drivers should follow directions given by any traffic signs or signals before proceeding in the direction indicated by the arrow. Question 141. If you miss your exit on an interstate expressway, Option A. Stop and make a U-turn. Option B. Get off at the next exit and come back to the exit you missed. Option C. Roll down your window and ask the driver next to you for help. Option D. Back up on the highway. The correct answer is option A. Stop and make a U-turn. Explanation. If you miss your turn or exit, do not back up or try to turn around on the highway. Go to the next exit and safely turn around. Question 142. To help prevent crashes, you should Option A. Communicate with other road users. Option B. Ignore other drivers on the road. Option C. Drive only on side streets and back roads. Option D. Avoid driving during rush hour. The correct answer is option A. Communicate with other road users. Explanation. Crashes often happen because one driver does something that other road users are not expecting. You should communicate with other motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians by doing things like signaling when slowing down, stopping, or changing direction. Use your emergency signals or horn when appropriate. Question 143. How can you help prevent rear-end collisions? Option A. Avoid sudden stops. Option B. Before stopping, check your mirrors and blind spots for traffic. Option C. Release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. Release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Explanation. Stopping suddenly can make it difficult for drivers behind you to avoid a rear-end collision. When stopping, release the accelerator to allow your vehicle to slow. Press the brake pedal by applying steady pressure, activating your brake lights and causing the vehicle to stop smoothly. Question 144. When changing lanes, you should not. Option A. Check your side and rear view mirrors. Option B. Give a turn signal to signal your intentions. Option C. Check for other drivers who may be moving into the same lane as you. Option D. Use your cell phone to contact the police to determine if the road ahead is clear. The correct answer is option A. Check your side and rearview mirrors. Explanation. Before changing lanes, check your side and rearview mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind. Use your turn signal to let other drivers know you plan to change lanes. Check for other drivers who also may be moving into the same lane. Question 145. If driving in a foggy area, you should not. Option A. Decrease your speed. Option B. Increase your speed. Option C. Use your low beam headlights. Option D. Turn on your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option C. Use your low beam headlights. Explanation. It is safest not to drive in foggy areas. However, if you must drive through fog, you should slow down, use your low beam headlights and fog lights, and turn on your four-way flashers. Question 146. When exiting an expressway, you should. Option A. Accelerate on the exit ramp. Option B. Look at the posted speed limit for the road you are entering. Option C. Cut off other traffic. Option D. Avoid using your turn signal. The correct answer is option B. Look at the posted speed limit for the road you are entering. Explanation. When exiting an expressway, it is important to be alert to other traffic moving nearby. Be sure to look at the new posted speed limit and check your speedometer. It is unlikely that you will be exiting onto a road with a speed limit as high as the one found on the expressway. Question 147. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady green arrow, drivers, option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should slow to a stop if it is safe to do so. Option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Option D, may drive straight through the intersection. The correct answer is option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. A green arrow displayed on a traffic signal tells drivers that they may turn in the direction of the arrow. You must be in the proper lane for such a turn. Yield the right-of-way to vehicles and pedestrians already in the intersection. Question 148. Don't follow other cars too closely because option A, you may not see the road between the cars. Option B, you may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Option C, you may not see the vehicle's turn signals. Option D, you may not see the other vehicle's brake lights. The correct answer is option B. You may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Explanation. If you follow too closely and the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly, you may not have enough time to avoid a collision. Question 149. When approaching a railroad crossing while operating a school bus, you should generally. Option A. Stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Option B. Stop 100 feet before the nearest rail. Option C. Stop 10 feet before the nearest rail. Option D. Continue across the tracks without stopping. The correct answer is option A. Stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Explanation. In general, school bus drivers should stop before any railroad crossings to check the tracks for approaching trains. Drivers should stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from the nearest rail in order to have the best view of the tracks. They should look and listen for approaching trains before proceeding through the crossing. Question 150. When carrying a load, you should. Option A. Keep the load behind the rear axle. Option B. Secure the load with a rope. Option C. Fasten the load against the frame on the back of the seat. Option D. Keep the load low and as far forward as possible. The correct answer is option B. Secure the load with a rope. Explanation. To avoid affecting the motorcycle's balance, you should secure loads low and to the front. Secure loads with elastic cords rather than with rope, as rope can stretch and become loose. Question 151. What should you do when you are going to enter a roadway from a private road? Option A. Blow your horn to warn cars you are entering the roadway. Option B, stop with part of your car on the roadway to alert other drivers. Option C, drive out fast to merge smoothly with the traffic. Option D, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. The correct answer is option D, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. Explanation: when entering a roadway from a driveway or private road, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and traffic on the roadway. Question 152. A Class 7 hazardous material is Option A, explosive. Option B, flammable. Option C, radioactive. Option D, corrosive. The correct answer is option C, radioactive. Explanation: radioactive materials are categorized as Class 7 hazardous materials. Question 153. Increase your following distance when: Option A, driving behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision. Option B, exiting an expressway. Option C, following a motorcycle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, exiting an expressway. Explanation: you should increase your following distance when you are behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision, when driving in bad weather or heavy traffic, when exiting an expressway, when behind a motorcycle or bicycle, and if someone is tailgating you. Question 154. When driving in a construction zone, you should be prepared. Option A, to stop. Option B, to change lanes. Option C, for unexpected movement from workers or equipment. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, to change lanes. Explanation: when you are in a construction and maintenance work area, be prepared to slow down or stop as you approach workers and equipment. Be prepared to change lanes. Be prepared to react to unexpected movements of workers and equipment. Question 155. When participating in a zipper merge near a construction zone, drivers should: Option A, merge as early as possible. Option B, change lanes immediately. Option C, stay in their lane until the point of merge. Option D, force their way into traffic. The correct answer is option C, stay in their lane until the point of merge. Explanation: the driving procedure to follow when you see a lane closed ahead sign is to stay in your initial lane up to the point of merge. You should then take turns with other drivers to safely and smoothly ease into the remaining lane. Question 156. What are baffled liquid tanks? Option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Option B, tanks that allow liquid to move freely without the presence of bulkheads. Option C, tanks that have nothing inside to slow the flow of liquids. Option D, tanks that are dented. The correct answer is option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Explanation: baffled liquid tanks are tanks separated by internal bulkheads with holes in them. These bulkheads inhibit front to back surge while the holes allow liquid to flow freely between compartments. Question 157. Escape ramps are: Option A, ramps to exit the interstate quickly. Option B, ramps connecting 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways. Option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Option D, ramps that cannot be used by automobiles. The correct answer is option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Explanation: escape ramps are constructed in areas with steep downgrades to allow a means of safely stopping runaway vehicles. They consist of a long bed of loose, soft material, and sometimes an uphill slope. Question 158. Where may a motorcycle operator use a complete traffic lane? Option A, only on rural highways. Option B, only on city streets. Option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Option D, nowhere. Motorcyclists must share lanes with other drivers. The correct answer is option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Explanation: motorcyclists are entitled to a complete traffic lane on every roadway where motorcycles are allowed to be operated. However, operators of motorcycles and mopeds may choose to drive two abreast in a single lane. Question 159. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 40 feet. Option D, 50 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation. Drivers may not park within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where other drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 160. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should: Option A, have someone warn approaching traffic. Option B, let oncoming traffic watch out for themselves. Option C, let the police handle everything. Option D, assume other drivers will have heard the crash. The correct answer is option A, have someone warn approaching traffic. Explanation. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should warn oncoming traffic. Have someone warn approaching drivers to prevent further damage. Keep a flashlight and flares in your vehicle for emergency use. Question 161. You must yield to other drivers. Option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Option B, when they are on a road to your left and you have reached an unmarked intersection at the same time. Option C, when your traffic signal is a green arrow. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Explanation. You must yield to other drivers when entering a street from an alley, driveway, or garage. You must also yield to pedestrians who are on an intersecting sidewalk. Question 162. When making a right turn on a green light, you must: Option A, maintain your normal driving speed. Option B, stop and look for nearby police cars. Option C, yield to pedestrians. Option D, increase your normal driving speed. The correct answer is option C, yield to pedestrians. Explanation. Unless a posted sign prohibits it, you may turn right or left at a steady green light. When turning, you must yield to other vehicles and pedestrians within the intersection. Question 163. When a drawbridge signal is red, you should: Option A, come to a complete stop. Option B, quickly speed up. Option C, proceed with caution. Option D, stop only if you see a boat. The correct answer is option A, come to a complete stop. Explanation. If a drawbridge signal is red, come to a complete stop at the marked stop line. The bridge is in operation and the roadway is closed to all pedestrian and motor vehicle traffic. Question 164. To pass a slower moving vehicle on a two-lane, two-way road, you must: Option A, not cross the center line. Option B, flash your lights at oncoming traffic. Option C, use the shoulder. Option D, use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. The correct answer is option D, use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Passing on a two-way road requires good judgment because you must use the lane belonging to oncoming traffic to complete your pass. Only pass if you may safely and legally do so. Question 165. Vehicle stopping distances never depend on: Option A, your own reaction time. Option B, the time of day. Option C, the condition of your vehicle's brakes. Option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. The correct answer is option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. Explanation. The distance that a vehicle needs to stop depends on the motorist's reaction time, weather and visibility conditions, the vehicle's weight, the conditions of the vehicle's brakes, the condition and type of the vehicle's tires, roadway conditions, and speed. Question 166. You may turn left on a red light if: Option A, there is no traffic coming from the opposite direction. Option B, you are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Option C, you are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Option D, the car in front of you turns left. The correct answer is option B, you are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Explanation. You may turn left after stopping at a red light if you are in the left lane of a one-way street and are turning onto another one-way street, unless a posted sign prohibits it. You must first stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 167. When a traffic signal light turns green, you should: Option A, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. Option B, accelerate as quickly as possible. Option C, back up slowly. Option D, not move until another driver waves you on. The correct answer is option A. Yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. Explanation. A green light tells you that you can go through the intersection. However, you must first yield the right-of-way to traffic and pedestrians who are still in the intersection. Question 168. If you fail the driving test 3 times, option A, the examiner will give you a driving skills examination report. Option B, you must send your examination report to the Department of Revenue. Option C, the Department of Revenue will require driver training. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. You must send your examination report to the Department of Revenue. Explanation. If you fail the driving test 3 times, no further tests will be allowed without written authorization from the Department of Revenue. The examiner will give you a form that you must send to the department. After you send the form to the department, you will receive a letter from the department requiring additional behind-the-wheel driver training. Question 169. Dry bulk tanks, option A, usually have low centers of gravity. Option B, usually have high centers of gravity. Option C, usually are not allowed to cross railroad tracks. Option D, cannot be driven on interstates. The correct answer is option B, usually have high centers of gravity. Explanation. Dry bulk tanks require special care when being driven because they have high centers of gravity. Drivers should also be careful because the materials being carried can easily shift in transit, causing a change in the vehicle's handling. Question 170. When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should: Option A, veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve. Option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Option C, refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning. Option D, reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve. Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 171. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must: Option A, slow down. Option B, turn around if another vehicle is in the lane. Option C, yield to traffic already on the highway. Option D, merge without looking. The correct answer is option C, yield to traffic already on the highway. Explanation. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must yield the right-of-way to traffic already on the highway. Question 172. If a person under 21 years of age consumes alcohol but is not driving a motor vehicle, the penalty for a first offense is: Option A, a 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. Option B, a 6-month probation. Option C, a sentence to a corrections institution. Option D, points on their driving record. The correct answer is option A, a 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. Explanation. The minimum penalties for a first underage drinking offense are a fine of up to $500 plus court costs and a 90-day suspension. Question 173. To reduce your speed before turning, you should: Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, pull in the clutch and use both brakes. Option C, apply the rear brake only. Option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. Explanation. Before you enter a turn, you should reduce your speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 174. When entering a highway from an entrance ramp, you should generally: Option A, enter above the speed of traffic to get ahead. Option B, enter slowly to avoid other vehicles. Option C, stop first, then slowly enter traffic. Option D, accelerate to the speed of traffic. The correct answer is option D, accelerate to the speed of traffic. Explanation. Entrance ramps for highways often have acceleration lanes. When merging with traffic from an acceleration lane, you should put your signal on, look for an opening in traffic, accelerate up to the speed of traffic, and merge into an opening in traffic. Question 175. Drivers should use their low beam headlights. Option A, when driving in fog, dust, or rain. Option B, when following closely behind another vehicle at night. Option C, within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle when driving at night. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle when driving at night. Explanation. Use low beam headlights when driving at night and following closely behind another vehicle or within 500 feet of a vehicle approaching from the opposite direction. Use low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, dust, sleet, or snow. Question 176. In Idaho, you may pass another vehicle in an intersection. Option A, under no circumstances. Option B, if a dashed yellow line is marked through the intersection. Option C, if a dashed yellow line and a solid yellow line are marked through the intersection. Option D, if there are no pavement markings in the intersection. The correct answer is option D, if there are no pavement markings in the intersection. Explanation. If a dashed yellow pavement marking continues up to and after an intersection, you may pass vehicles in the intersection. If there are no pavement markings in the intersection, or if there is a solid yellow line next to a dashed yellow line in the intersection, you may not pass in the intersection. Question 177. A no parking sign at a certain location means: Option A, you may never stop your vehicle there. Option B, you may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Option C, you may park there if the driver remains in the vehicle. Option D, you may leave your vehicle unattended for less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. You may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Explanation. A no parking sign means that you can make a temporary stop to load or discharge merchandise or passengers. Question 178. What is sleep debt? Option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Option B, when you want to take a nap. Option C, excess sleep. Option D, the amount of time it takes to get ready to drive after sleeping. The correct answer is option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Explanation. You can build up a debt of sleep if you do not sleep for adequate amounts of time. You can only catch up on the time that you owe by getting more sleep. Question 179. Headlights must be turned on. Option A, at sunset. Option B, in inclement weather. Option C, whenever you use your wipers. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, at sunset. Explanation. You must use your headlights at night and at other times when it is difficult to see. You are required to use headlights during inclement weather, including any time when you use your windshield wipers as a result of the weather. At sunset, you should turn your headlights on. Question 180. When should drivers use hand-over-hand steering? Option A, when turning the steering wheel during normal driving activity. Option B, when anti-lock brakes are engaged. Option C, when turning at low speeds. Option D, when backing or when momentarily turning on blinkers, the radio, or windshield wipers. The correct answer is option C, when turning at low speeds. Explanation. Use hand-over-hand steering when turning at low speeds, such as when turning at an intersection or when parking your vehicle. Regarding the steering wheel as a clock face, your left hand should grasp the wheel between 8 and 9 o'clock, and your right hand should grasp the wheel between 3 and 4 o'clock. Question 181. If a collision is possible, you should: Option A, choose to hit something that will give way rather than something that's rigid. Option B, choose to hit something that's standing still rather than something moving toward you. Option C, try to make the collision a glancing blow or sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C. Try to make the collision a glancing blow or sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Explanation. If there is no way to avoid a collision, try to hit something that will give way like bushes or shrubs rather than something hard. It is better to hit something moving in the same direction as you than something stationary, and better to hit something stationary than something coming toward you. If you have to hit something, it's best if you hit it only with a glancing blow or sideswipe. Question 182. What does a traffic signal displaying a solid red arrow mean? Option A. Stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. Option B. Stop and do not turn in the direction indicated by the arrow until the arrow turns green. Option C. Turn slowly in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Stop and do not turn in the direction indicated by the arrow until the arrow turns green. Explanation. Do not turn in the direction indicated by a solid red arrow. Come to a complete stop before entering the intersection. Do not proceed with the turn until the arrow changes to green or flashing yellow. Question 183. What does a lane use control signal displaying a flashing yellow X above a reversible lane indicate? Option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Option B. The signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C. Drivers may use this lane only to turn. Option D. Drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may use this lane only to turn. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a flashing yellow X, drivers may only use the indicated lane to complete a left turn. Question 184. You may drive in an HOV lane if Option A. You are driving more quickly than the flow of traffic. Option B. You are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D. You are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation. Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 185. After an emergency vehicle passes you with its siren on, you must, option A, drive closely behind the emergency vehicle. Option B, drive as quickly as the emergency vehicle. Option C, avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Option D, drive very slowly near the curb. The correct answer is option C. Avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Explanation. When you resume driving again after being passed by an emergency vehicle, you must remain at least 500 feet behind it. Question 186. On which side S of a vehicle should drivers maintain a space cushion? Option A. Only to the front of the vehicle. Option B. Only to the back of the vehicle. Option C. Only to the left and right of the vehicle. Option D. All sides of the vehicle. The correct answer is option D. All sides of the vehicle. Explanation. The only way you can be sure you will have enough time to react to the movements of other drivers is by leaving plenty of space between your car and the cars around you. In general, you should try to keep a cushion of space on all sides of your motor vehicle. Question 187. When you are being passed, you should Option A. Ride in the center portion of the lane. Option B. Ride in the left portion of the lane. Option C. Ride in the right portion of the lane. Option D. Weave among the three portions of the lane as the vehicle passes. The correct answer is option A. Ride in the center portion of the lane. Explanation. When being passed, it is generally a good idea to ride in the center portion of your lane. Being on the side nearest the passing vehicle increases your risk of a collision. Being on the side farthest from the passing vehicle may prompt the other driver to merge back into your lane before it is safe. Question 188. Front wheel braking works. Option A. Only on packed snow. Option B. Under all conditions. Option C. Only if the road is dry. Option D. Under most conditions. The correct answer is option B. Under all conditions. Explanation. Front wheel braking is effective under all road conditions. It is unlikely that you will experience a front wheel skid, even on ice. Question 189. You may drive in a high occupancy vehicle HOV lane if Option A. You are driving faster than the flow of traffic. Option B. You are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D. You are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation. Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 190. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A solid yellow arrow, option A, is never used as a traffic signal. Option B has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Option C means that drivers may turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D tells drivers that a green arrow is about to be shown. The correct answer is option B, has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Explanation. A solid yellow arrow has the same meaning as a yellow traffic light. When approaching a solid yellow arrow, you must reduce your speed and prepare for a red light. Question 191. When driving on a snow-covered road, you should maintain a minimum following distance of option A, 9 seconds, option B, 6 seconds, option C, 3 seconds, option D, 1 second. The correct answer is option B, 6 seconds. Explanation. If driving on a snow-covered roadway, you should maintain a following distance of at least 6 seconds. When driving on any slippery surface, you should extend your usual following distance. Question 192. During the day, if your vehicle is carrying a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle, you should, option A, attach 2 white reflectors to the sides of the load. Option B, attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. Option C, attach a red lamp to the side of the load. Option D, attach a yellow flag to the rearmost point of the load. The correct answer is option B, attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. Explanation. If you are driving during the day while carrying a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle, you are required to attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. The red flag should be at least 12 square inches. Question 193. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should, option A, speed up. Option B, go the same speed. Option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Explanation. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should slow down so that there is enough room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete their pass. This will allow them to complete the passing maneuver in less time and more easily. Question 194. When parking uphill next to a curb, set the parking brake and option A, keep the rear tires against the curb. Option B, keep the front tires straight ahead. Option C, turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Option D, turn your steering wheel toward the curb. The correct answer is option C. Turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Explanation. When parking facing uphill on a street that has a curb, set your parking brake and turn your steering wheel away from the curb. This way, if your vehicle starts to roll, it will roll into the curb. Question 195. Low beam headlights are effective for vehicles driving at speeds of up to option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 50 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Low beam headlamps are only effective when driving at speeds of up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Avoid driving too fast for what you can see within your headlamps. Question 196. When checking the engine compartment, option A, the parking brake should not be engaged. Option B, wheels should be chocked. Option C, the engine should be running. Option D, the gear shift should be in first gear. The correct answer is option C. The engine should be running. Explanation. Before inspecting the engine compartment, make sure that the parking brakes are on and slash where the wheels are chocked. Check the engine compartment before entering the cab and starting the engine. Question 197. When parking uphill on a hill or incline with a curb, option A, turn your front wheels sharply toward the curb. Option B, turn your front wheel slightly to the right. Option C, turn your front wheel sharply away from the curb. Option D, keep your front wheels straight. The correct answer is option C. Turn your front wheels sharply away from the curb. Explanation. To keep your vehicle from rolling into traffic when parked facing uphill, turn your front wheels sharply away from the curb. If you are parking uphill on a street that has no curb, turn the wheels sharply toward the edge of the road. Question 198. When you see an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, you must: option A, slow down and keep moving in your lane. Option B, keep driving in your lane. Option C, pull to the right curb and stop. Option D, stop exactly where you are. The correct answer is option C. Pull to the right curb and stop. Explanation. When you see an emergency vehicle using its lights or hear it using its siren, you must immediately pull over to the curb or side of the road and stop. Question 199. When approaching a railroad crossing, option A, you will likely be able to outdrive a train. Option B, you should not rely only on warning signals. Option C, you should roll a window down to listen for an approaching train. Option D, you should only worry about the track closest to your vehicle. The correct answer is option B. You should not rely only on warning signals. Explanation. You should never rely only on warning signals to alert you to an approaching train. Never try to race a train to a crossing. If there are multiple tracks at a crossing, be sure to check all tracks in both directions before starting to cross. Question 200. What helps a person sober up after consuming alcohol? Option A, only time. Option B, a cold shower. Option C, eating food. Option D, drinking coffee. The correct answer is option A, only time. Explanation. Taking cold showers, drinking black coffee, or exercising will not make a person sober. Only time can minimize the effects of alcohol based on body weight, number of drinks, and food intake.